multiple Evos and fighting game world championships.
This is a mess.
All right, so
This is a mess.
we brought it up 2 episodes ago. I can't remember.
2 or 3, yeah.
It was either the last episode or the one before. It was our last recording that Saudi bought Evo completely.
Yeah.
Before they were a partial owner. Now they own it outright. So they announced that they are expanding Evo. Their whole thing, it says they're bringing Evo to the world. And there will be Evo Brazil, Morocco, Mexico, Saudi Arabia, China, so on and so forth, starting in 2027.
Evo Brazil sound like it'd be fire.
So people are split on this. Some people are saying they're devaluing the prestige of Evo, while other people are saying, well, these people in these countries most likely weren't going to the other Evos anyway, so you're not devaluing it. You're bringing it to more people.
It's a 50-50 in my how I look
I
at
can
it.
understand both sides of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But, I mean...
But 9 Evos in a year, that's ridiculous.
So, and I could be wrong, but for the bigger players who are from, like, all these other countries, what's the point of traveling now to America for their Evo if you're like, well... Brazil's much closer and much cheaper or whatever. You know
right.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I feel like I get devaluing it because now it's like, well, the best players in the world aren't necessarily all going to be at this one anymore.
Right.
Yeah.
I'll just catch you at Brazil.
Yeah.
I'll just catch you at China.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I get that part, but part of me is also like a lot of those top tier players.
Mm-hmm.
They're going anyway. Well, no matter where it is.
Yeah, but
because they're going to have some. Most of them are sponsored.
Okay,
there's going to have someone pay them to go there, and so that argument, I don't know. My whole thing is, I felt like they could have done this without naming it Evo. It could be Evo presents Brawl in Brazil.
Okay.
It's still run by the same people. It's not, it still has some sort of prestige. It's still the same people making the same money.
Yeah.
But have Evo be like the Super Bowl of it. Where maybe, hey, if you win the one in Brazil, you get whatever the prize pool is there, and maybe you get a free trip to Evo. Obviously, it's not a qualification, so to speak, because Evo's an open tournament.
Right.
And I can go to Evo, even though I will never sniff winning. But just say
up in Morocco.
But just say, hey, you win your regional one, you get an automatic ticket to Evo.
Which to me, the way you said it makes a lot more sense.
Yeah.
Because then Evo's still the big must-see.
Yes.
And now now you're like, all right, you got the Brazil winner, the Morocco winner, the
Singapore,
the Mexico winner, the Singapore winner, and now they're all here.
Yeah.
And now we have to find out who's really the best.
Yeah.
But now it's like, well, I won in Brazil. Do I really need to go to Morocco? Maybe I'll go to the one in Mexico, but do I really need to go to all 9 of them?
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? Like
it's a lot of travel.
That's a lot of travel. It's a lot of money putting out.
Yeah.
And I know, like you said, like the bigger winners are sponsored, but how many sponsors are going to want to pay for every single one?
Yeah.
It was easier to pay for 2 of them, but now 9?
Yeah, like you basically where a lot of these people are from, because there is a lot of good players that are in Capcom Cup that are from South America, and that we don't really know about, but like you just think about like obviously like the best players are all most pro players are in Japan, Europe has stepped up huge now, so like I didn't mind the France one. I thought the France one was pretty dope.
Yeah,
I thought that turned out really well. Obviously get Mexico. Do we need Mexico? I don't think so, in my opinion.
My opinion, I don't.
Isn't it in it's in Vegas, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So What do you need Mexico for? Then we're supposed to be
Where at in Mexico? Like, is that worth it?
They didn't announce where. It
Probably
just
like
says
a
Mexico.
2-hour flight.
Yeah.
Like,
and there was one. They were supposed to do one in L.A. They were supposed to have an L.A. Evo. I don't know if that ever. I think that might have just fell through. Never went through. But then like China, always I expect Shaha to be in China.
Yeah,
but Morocco.
Morocco, I'm okay with. That's northern
Africa.
That's northern Africa. Northeast, I believe, or northwest. I think it's northwest.
It's northwest.
Africa.
Northwest. Don't tell them they're African though.
Like I was okay with over here in America, Japan. I didn't mind France one. They could do another one somewhere else, like Australia or either Singapore. But
and also there are some doom theorists out there that says Saudi is purposefully doing this to devalue Evo to bring more value to the Esports World Cup. Doom, 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 doom.
Because esports ain't making no money, right? Wait, I thought. Not
Esports World Cup is the big one that has a whole bunch of esports
that is
going on.
Oh, that's the one that when Shaha won.
Yes.
Okay, it's my mistake. Sorry about that.
I don't agree with that feeling because Esports World Cup is an invitational.
Yes.
You have to qualify for Esports World Cup. I will never go to Esports World Cup.
Yeah.
Whether I want to or not is irrelevant.
Right.
I'm never going to qualify. I can go to every Evo if I wanted to.
Right.
So I get what you're saying, but to play devil's advocate here, could it be because of like sponsorships or like viewers and stuff like that? Maybe to push more viewers to the more exclusive tournament? In a sense, I'm just asking.
I could see that. My only thing is the draw of Esports World Cup is already in the money because they're throwing major money in Esports World Cup for the winners. You're not getting that at Evo. The only thing about Evo was the prestige of winning an Evo. It wasn't the money. I think top prize was $20,000 for Evo.
Oh, okay.
Where Esports World Cup, I think it was like $250,000.
Okay. Yeah, I was just trying to play devil's advocate.
Like that. It was a lot.
I think Esports World Cup 2025. Let me see.
It was 300,000, if I recall.
Yeah, I was just trying to play devil's advocate just to see what because I mean I don't put nothing past people. So,
but yeah, I just like the prize pool for Street Fighter 6 in Esports World Cup was $1 million. But the actual first place winner took $250,000.
Okay.
So I don't think it's the draw of Esports World Cup is the money. It's invite only, so it's the best of the best.
Right.
The whole appeal of Evo and some of these other open tournaments is you can get those stories of people who come out of nowhere and make a run, and you're like, Bloss first showed up, and everyone's like, who is this 15-year-old kid that's just running through everyone?
And then this past Evo was the one over here in America was that kid from Korea, Mickey.
Yeah, Mickey.
16-year-old kid.
16-year-old kid from was he Korean? I can't remember where Mickey is from. But everyone's like, who is this kid?
Yep.
Where'd he come from? When Tim and I went to Combo Breaker, the guy from Ohio, Bolo made a run. Everyone was like, who is this guy? He's a guy that came to our locals in Pittsburgh from Ohio and went up there and started
got top 48.
Top 48. And everyone was like, who is this guy that's beating some of the top players in the world? That's where the appeal of the open tournaments like Evo, like Combo Breaker, like CEO come from. The reason Evo was so big is because it was the first one.
Right.
So it's the prestige of this is the first major fighting game tournament that brought people from around the world together. So I just think the name Evo should be reserved, in my opinion, for only the US one. Okay. Not even Japan. I think all the rest of them should be Evo presents blah, whatever they want to name it. And it's still like I said, still going to the same people. The same people are still making the money. You can have the prize pools the same. Just keep the name Evo reserved for just that one event because that name holds the prestige.
Yeah.
That's just what I would do if I was running the show.
So essentially, it's kind of watering it down.
Yes, I do believe it is watering it down because before it was like, hey, this is the Evo champ. And you're like, man, this guy's one of the best players in the world.
Mm-hmm.
But like you said, when we got 9 of them, you're going to have some guys who's going to be like, I'm not going there.
Yeah.
And then now you're going to be like, well, he was Evo Morocco champion, but 8 of the top 20 players didn't show up. So is he really that? Like it?
Yeah.
Not only it waters it down, it's going to cast doubt on those who win.
Right.
Like, and that doesn't help them. That's why I think it should just be,
helps their pockets.
It helps their pockets.
Yeah.
Once again, but I don't know what the prize pool is going to be. So
yeah,
I could be wrong in that the prize pools are going to be equal across all Evos.
Right.
I don't know that.
Yeah.
I'm just assuming it will be. But if it's not, then maybe that will draw people to the main one where that has a bigger prize pool. I don't know.
Yeah, we'll see. But like you said, I can see it right now on Twitter. Like, I'm trying to think of someone who Noah. I'm gonna use Noah as the prime example. Noah's very vocal on Twitter.
Yeah,
we know that. So say if he doesn't win Evo here or Japan or France, he wins Morocco. I can see him arguing with Chris CCH on there, like you were saying, like people like, well, you won Evo Morocco, so it's not a real Evo and all. I see that happening.
We've already seen it happening.
Yeah.
People kept trying to discount Mena.
Yeah.
Because he won Evo Japan.
Right.
Not the one in Vegas.
Right.
And they kept trying to dissuade, like he's not the top guy right now.
Right.
And they kept trying to talk bad like he didn't earn that, even though Japan has a stronger game base for Street Fighter than the US does.
Right. He just won Evo this year though, right?
Yeah.
Over here.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
But before that.
That's right. Yeah.
Because remember, he won both Evos. He won Evo Japan and Evo Vegas this year in 2025.
And then the one when Street Fighter 6 first came out, he was runner up. I think he lost to Angry Bird.
I can't remember. I wasn't that in tune to Evos and stuff at that point. But he had won like back-to-back Evo Japans, and everyone was like, well, it was just Evo Japan. It wasn't the real Evo.
Right.
And I can guarantee you're going to get people saying that stuff.
Oh, of course.
Mm-hmm.
And I just don't like that.
Yeah, and that's what's going to happen, unfortunately. And like back to Mena, his resume speaks for himself because he's a 2-time Capcom Cup winner. I think he's the only one actually that won the Capcom Cup twice. It's hard to do that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm just waiting for all those arguments to be on Twitter about it. But I think it's too much. I'll be okay if they did 4, honestly, like every quarterly. I'll be okay with that still.
Or maybe have
9 a year. How are you spreading that out?
It's like one every month.
Yeah. Or you can do a Evo Japan, a Evo Vegas, and every year have a rotating site one.
Or something.
Like last year it was France.
Yeah.
This year Singapore. 2027 can be Brazil. 2028 can be Morocco.
Yeah.
Where you have 2 mains and then a rotating one to hit people who, like you said, they may not be able to go from Brazil to Japan.
Right.
Or from Brazil to Vegas.
Correct.
So now you bring it to Brazil. And now people from Argentina and stuff got a little bit easier trip.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Which makes sense, yeah.
So I would be okay with that. But
9, just
we'll see how it turns out in 2027.
But on a good note though, like as far as from a time zone perspective, I'm okay with watching Morocco though. Because I think they're only like 5 or 6 hours ahead of us. So that's okay. I can watch top 8 at noon.
Yeah.
That works the same. Brazil I think is an hour ahead. So that's that's not too bad, but obviously Japan, you got to watch in the middle of the damn night.
Yeah.
But still, it's just, I think Evo France is the best time zone one for me because the way I work. So I thought that was perfect. That was perfect.
Like when WWE was in Saudi.
Hell yeah.
It's like perfect.
AEW, then they had it like 2 o'clock.
Yeah.
This is great.
Yeah. You're like, I ain't up all night.
Yeah, this is great.
Okay. And the last thing is they brought up the fighting game world championships. If you don't know what that is, they're basically going to hold a tournament of essentially all the best fighting game players, but you got to play multiple games. So the champion is the person who's good at the most games. It's not just, oh, I'm the top Street Fighter player. Yeah. No. Are you the top fighting game player?
All right, so we got Goichi, Sonic Fox,
Xiao
Hai.
Those were the first 3 names that popped in my head when they said multiple games. I'm like, Sonic Fox is definitely up there because he's won Evo in like 4 different games. Goichi 1 and 2 recently. Xiao Hai 1 and 2. This type of thing, I would love to see that.
What are the games they say?
They didn't announce the games.
Okay, because
I think they said that's not coming until like 2027.
Okay,
so they got time to figure that out.
Well, if it's gonna be some retro ones, they have to. Justin Wong has to do it. I mean, he doesn't have to, but you know what I mean. But like just for him playing CVS 2 and Marvel 2 and Marvel 3, and I would love for him to come back and just play old ones. Shit, even Daigo,
They said the fighting game world champion will be held in either U.S. or Japan.
Okay,
so that will at least make sure numbers are coming to U.S. or Japan for that Evo.
That's good.
That's cool.
But I'm definitely curious on what games are going to be in there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm assuming Fatal Fury or other SNK games will be in there since Saudi owns part of SNK.
Right. Yeah.
Street Fighter has to be in there because that's the biggest fighting game in the world.
Mm-hmm.
By pro player numbers, should I say. Because sales numbers, Mortal Kombat's up there, but no one plays it competitively.
Yeah.
I would assume at least one 3D fighter would be in there, probably Tekken. But I don't know for certain. But I would definitely like to see who is the fighting game world champion. I think that would be an incredible event to watch.
Absolutely.
I'm curious on how it will run.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like, how do you run that when you got multiple games that you got to play? Maybe
probably the matchups have to, I guess, best of 4.
Maybe
4 or whatever the 4 or multiple games are.
Could be that.
Mm-hmm.
Also, like, I don't know if it's going to be a It says modern day titles and legacy masterpieces, Tim.
Okay.
So you could get a Capcom versus SNK or MVC 2 in there. But I'm just curious on how the format would be. Would it be maybe like some esports, they have a ban phase where you're banning characters or maps to try to strategize how you try to set things up in the best way for you to win. So maybe they have it's a 1st to 5. They have a 7 or so game pool, and each person gets 1 ban. Like, hey, I banned this game. He bans that game. And now we play 1 game of each of the others. That could work. I'm assuming it'll be a qualifier, but maybe it might be an open tournament. I don't know. They haven't given all the details, but I think that concept of a fighting game world champion is dope.
Mm-hmm. I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.